Today I will is about my introduction. The companies our group has related to the financial research for the annual report for 2021 and 2022 are the industry and management. The two businesses are big because they have the same product related to hospitality sector. It might be wondering how can the study from fresh related to hospitality sector. Actually, the limit is an essential ingredient for many popular hospitality offerings, contributing to the success and profitability of restaurants, cafe, hotel, and other hospitality businesses. In this study, our group want to talk about financial ratio forecast for the study industry Berhad and the study from fresh Berhad for 2021, and the financial ratio are used to determine the company financial position and to analyze and gather financial data. For these businesses, financial ratio and forecasts are crucial benchmarking and industry analysis. Ratio can be used to identify market trend and as a standard by which to measure the performance of all market players.
NIZAM, and my number matrix HFT20303. I continue my part, which is company background from fresh Sendirian Berhad. The Holstein make company Sendirian Berhad doing a business called as Farm Fresh. This company was established in 2009, and this business was founded by Lloyd Tuan E, and this made him as the entrepreneur for this case study. The Holstein meat company Sendirian Berhad was owned by Lloyd Tuan E, and 30% of it was owned by Khazanah Nasional Berhad, the Malaysian government investment arm. Ever since growing up in a small town in Perak, Lloyd Tuan Lee loved nature so much and have a deep respect on agriculture since he was a kid. The founder of Farm Fresh was Lloyd Tuan Fee, a Malaysian citizen Chinese man that was born in a small town from Perak. Lloyd Tuan Fee back to the Holstein Milk Company began when he immersed himself in agriculture early in the corporate world. Company background: Dutch Lady Meat Industry Berhad. The Dutch Lady Meat Industry Berhad is a manufacturer of dairy products in Malaysia since the 1950s. Dutch Lady Malaysia was incorporated on 28 May 1963 as a private joint stock limited company called Pacific Milk Industry Sendirian Berhad. Dutch Lady Malaysia started a Pacific Milk Industry Malaya Sendirian Berhad in 1963, where it was commissioned to produce sweetened condensed meat in its Petaling Jaya factory. 5 years later, on 24 September 1968, Pacific Meat Industry Malaya became the first meat company in Malaysia to be listed of the stock exchange of Kuala Lumpur and Singapore. The company changed its name to Dutch Baby Milk Industry Malaya Berhad in 1975 and again in year 2000 to what it is now Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SYAHILLA binti Jamil. My matric number is H2280653. Today, I would like to explain about trend analysis for liquidity ratio. The current ratio for the interpretation is liquidity ratio in these 2 years determine a company's ability to cover short-term obligation. Current ratio in 2021 was 1.58, decreased to 1.13 in 2022. Next, we continue for liquidity ratio for quick ratio. The interpretation is the quick ratio measures a company's capacity to pay its current liabilities without needing to sell its inventory. Quick ratio in 2021 was 1.05, increased to 10.62 in 2022. Next, for net working capital, interpretation is net working capital was decreased for RM 176,119 in 2021 to RM 50,038 in 2022, has lower that may be leveraging current assets with optimal efficiency. Next, let's move to activity ratios. Firstly, the total assets turnover. The interpretation is total assets turnover is used to measure the effectiveness of a company in generating sales. Dutch Lady's total assets turnover in 2022 is higher than 2021 with 1.17, and 2021 is only 1.05. It increased to around from 1.05 to 1.17 in those years. The total assets turnover of Dutch Lady Company is 2021 is more effectiveness in generating sales. Next, for account receivable turnover. For interpretation, account receivable turnover is used to indicate a company's ability to manage credit sales and convert account receivable into cash. The type of account receivable turnover of Dash Lady is not changed in 2021 from 10, and the value are still same in 2022. It was remain the same for those years. Next, we continue for average collection period. The interpretation is the average collection period indicates a firm problem in collecting the debt. The rate does not change or grow between 2021 and 2022. The ratio is 2021 and 2022 shows that Dash Lady has faced no progress in collecting debts from customers. Next, for inventory turnover, the interpretation is inventory turnover serves a measure of how effectively a company's inventory influence sales. Inventory turnover for Dash Lady Group in 2021 was 4.56 as opposed to 4.30 in 2022. It shows a minimal decrease of around 0.26 in that year. The lower ratio in 2022 is an indication of how badly Dash Lady inventory generates sales. For fixed assets turnover, the interpretation is a greater fixed asset turnover ratio shows that fixed assets are more successful in generating revenue. The Dash Lady's fixed asset turnover ratio remained the same from 3.0 in 2021 and no change in 2022. The greater ratio of fixed asset turnover in 2021 shows that Dash Lady management is no change.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti AMINAH binti JAMALUDIN. My matric number is HFT20303. Okay. I would like to present about leverage or debt ratios. Okay, as you can see, debt ratios, the interpretation is a debt ratio greater than 1.0 or 100% means that a company has more debt than asset. And if the company, a debt ratio of a company less than 100%, so it indicates that a company has more asset than debts. So Dash Lady Milk Industry Berhad's debt ratio increased from 0.45 in 2021 to 0.53 in 2022, and it has 0.08 difference. Okay, now let's move to debt to equity ratio. Okay, the interpretation is the debt to equity ratio compares a company's total liabilities to its shareholders' equity and is used to evaluate how much leverage a company is using. The higher ratio reflects the higher amount of debt. Dash Lady Milk Industry Berhad's debt ratio in 2021 and 2022 changed from 83% to 113%, and it is 0.3 different. For time interest ratio is okay. The interpretation is the time interest ratio is a ratio used to measure a company's ability to meet its debt obligations based on its current incomes. The lower ratio was in 2022 at 30.41, then in 2022 at 200.80. The higher ratio is in 2021, and it indicates that Dash Lady Milk Industry Berhad can meet loan requirements and lower the risk of default. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Trend analysis profitability ratios Dash Lady Milk Industry Berhad. Return on equity ratio decrease. Return on assets for 2021 is 35.4% and for 2022 is 5.5%. Gross profit margin for 2021 is 35% and for 2022 is 27%. It is show decrease. Operating margin for 2021 is 25.1%. For 2022 is 4.1%. It is also show decrease. Net profit margin for 2021 is 21.9% and for 2022 is 3.3%. It is show decrease. The conclusion, trend analysis profitability ratio Dash Lady Milk Industry Berhad show decrease.
Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Muhammad AZRIQ Iman bin BURHANUDDin RAPHEL. My matric number is H22A0078. Now, I would like to present my part, which is about comparative analysis between Farm Fresh Berhad and Dash Lady Milk Industry Berhad in 2020. this is the calculation of liquidity ratio. Through this table, I would like to present a comparison between two companies within 1 year. The interpretation is that the current ratio for Farm Fresh is highest than Dutch Lady. Therefore, higher Farm Fresh quick ratio than Dutch Lady. Finally, for the calculation of net working capital is current assets to current liabilities and the amount. So the total for the Farm Fresh company is RM 383,096,340, while the Dutch Lady company is RM 538. Therefore, Farm Fresh net working capital is higher than Dutch Lady's.
Comparative analysis between Farm Fresh Berhad and Dutch Lady Meat Industry Berhad in 2022. Total asset turnover is used to assess how successfully a corporation utilizes its entire assets is total asset turnover. In 2022, Dutch Lady is behind Farm Fresh because the latter total assets are less efficient at producing revenue. A company's ability to manage credit sale and corporate account receivable into cash is measured by account receivable turnover. In 2022, the Dutch is higher than Farm Fresh because the company show the effectiveness of account receivable to generate revenue. In terms of account receivable, the average collection period in the time it takes for a company to receive payment from its customer. In 2022, Farm Fresh is higher than Dutch Lady because the company has a problem with collecting the debt. Dutch Lady is higher than Farm Fresh. The efficiency with which a corporation uses its fixed assets is measured by fixed asset turnover. In 2022, Farm Fresh rank is lower than Dutch Lady because a corporation may imply that too much capital is locked up in fixed assets.
This part is leverage or debt ratio. The interpretation for the debt ratio, total liabilities and total asset is comparative analysis of 2021 between Dutch Lady is for 45.4 and the Farm Fresh 0.61 show that Dutch Lady get the higher debt ratio. Interpretation, debt to equity, total liabilities and common stock is comparative analysis of 2021 between Dutch Lady, which is 83.2, and Farm Fresh 158.1 show that Farm Fresh get higher than debt to equity ratio. The time interest, earned ratio, and EBIT interest attention for time interest is comparative analysis of 2021 between Dutch Lady, which is 8,490.8, and Farm Fresh is 774.6 show that Dutch Lady get more than the time benefit earned ratio in leverage or debt ratio. The time interest earned ratio is 77 million and 344,000 and 970. The EBIT for the Farm Fresh is 9 million and 984,000 and 341. The interest for the Farm Fresh is 774.6, and the interpretation for time interest is comparative analysis of 2021 between Dutch Lady, which is 8,490.8, and Farm Fresh is 774.6 show that Dutch Lady get more than the time benefit earned ratio in
Relative analysis, profitability ratio. Return on equity is a measure of a company profitability in relation to its stockholders' equity. Farm Fresh return on equity in 2020 is 6.3%, while Dutch Lady is 12%. Which analysis of Dutch Lady? It shows that Dutch Lady had a higher ratio in 2022, indicating a stronger return to stockholder company. For the return on asset is a measure of a company profitability in relation to its total asset. Farm Fresh return on asset in 2022 is 40.1%, while Dutch Lady is 5.5%. This demonstrates that the study had a greater ratio in 2022 than from fresh margin. The gross profit margin illustrates how much of a company's sales revenue remain after all direct costs of doing business has been deducted. The study has a gross profit margin of 27%, whereas from fresh has a gross profit margin of 24%. In comparison to from fresh, the study had a greater ratio in 2022, indicating a better contribution margin. The offering profit margin reflects the profit generated by a company activities before taxes and interest charge are deducted. In 2022, from fresh operating profit margin is 12%, while the study is 4.1%. In comparison to the study, from fresh has a higher ratio in 2022, indicating a stronger productivity. The last one is the net profit margin. Net profit margin is achieved for determining how much net income or revenue profit is generated. In 2022, from fresh net profit margin is 40%, while the study is 3.3%. This in comparison to from fresh, the study has a lower ratio, indicating a bigger income to stockholder. Thank you.
3.08, then dash lady 4.3. By way of developing an effective marketing strategy to attract more customers in terms of price, product, promotion channel. In addition, both companies should review the price of the product or service to increase the profit margin. In addition, both companies need to increase their income. Other than that, one of the ways to show better financial performance in the future is to improve product and service innovation. This is because every product produced by the two companies must produce various shapes or add color to the packaging of the drink to attract customers to buy it. In addition, both companies need to This clearly shows that in terms of production and product sale throughout 2022, Dash Lady is less effective than Farm Fresh. In terms of net sales volume, Farm Fresh clearly performed better than Dash Lady. In this overall analysis, Dash Lady company is less robust than Farm Fresh company in terms of inventory turnover. For example, a comparative analysis of the two companies has been done. The frequency with which a company's stock is sold and replaced in a given period of time is measured by its inventory turnover. In conclusion, the financial forecast of the two companies we have chosen is very important because it can help us in planning and making wise decisions for possible economic and financial situations. This forecast is also important to know and understand the annual financial trends so that it runs smoothly for both companies. Next, the Farm Fresh company has stronger finance than the Dash Lady company through the recommendations we have studied. While the Farm Fresh company can make a good investment because it has stable finally, businesses with good financial management and forecasting will be able to grow over time and compete with more advanced industries.